did it to the cloud. I don't know how that works to the cloud, so.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, probably easier than doing it on my laptop, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got the core team meeting agenda. I think we got the right one for today. Who's going to take notes? At this point, it looks like
I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, I do it wonderfully good, wonderfully terrible, but I can do it.
You know what? Doing it is what counts.
I think, to be honest, I think Ebe, I mean the bar that you put last meeting. I mean, you know.
Those were good notes. I appreciate the feedback. You never know until it's done.
No,
right?
the red, the highlighted red was awesome.
Cool.
Any of these new tips, you know, Abe or Yoram, whoever you want to do that, fight over that if you want. Abe, Miro, Simon, and
Can you put a link, please? Too much to ask.
yep. No, Abe is right on that. And I think
I had put it, but you joined after, I think. I put it in the chat. There you go.
Okay,
so
thank you,
2, 4, 5. Who am I missing?
So let's do it together. I mean,
Oh my
Andre,
goodness.
yes.
Oh my
Oh, good.
goodness. I'll stick you in there. And this is kind of weird when you do this, check it off and it crosses people's names out, but oh well, that's good. So
yeah,
recording.
it's like they're not coming, but they're actually here, so it's funny.
We're here, right? Okay, so you're and Abe, if you want to, you know, see here I am doing notes, right? So and here, Simon, you said that the previous notes are in GitHub, right? Can you?
There aren't really any notes. I mean, that's pretty much only what you've written down. I know I said I'm gonna, you know, try to take notes, but
Okay.
I don't know. I just didn't really.
So none didn't happen. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what? This is an experiment, right? It didn't happen. So that's why I do this now. Who is taking notes? Then we make sure that it happens, right?
I think the previous notes, I would just use the last Google document as a link for the previous notes.
Well, so that's what I have been doing. So that's what I've been doing. So what I've been doing with the agendas is starting them, meeting link. I'll add the video link here. And what I did with the event one was that I copied and pasted the previous notes in the new agenda so that we can just kind of refresh our memories and look at what should have been done with Abe's notes there, you know, in red, we'd have everything figured out. Because it's hard to go back to these things and, you know, where are they? Have we done it? Whatever. So that's it. So previous meetings, that's where this would have gone in here, and we could have looked at it. So just to keep going with the time, this is, so we'd be reviewing previous notes, accounting. You've got the links. Somebody added these, fabulous. We've got 15 minutes to go over Gimbal token, Thursday Twitter space, 15 minutes, and 15 minutes to delegate tasks. Does that agenda look full, complete? Anything else we want to add? Okay, good. We'll just
one small thing, I mean, update about the event also, partnership and stuff like that. We can do.
So
like it's under the Twitter, maybe spaces there even. Yeah, update event or.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get my hands off of this document, Abe, or whoever's updating here. I think it's Abe.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're just pretty much right on time here. And that might cut into something, but we'll keep going here. Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay, so we'll begin. Let's see. Revise, good. Consent, we're good to go. Anything else? Okay, let's pop in. So accounting, the one thing that I wanted to bring up is we've got, what happens when I do this? This goes to Gitbook. Do you guys want to share about this? How this works?
Yes.
Do you know what?
You're able to view the balance. Yes.
Do you want me to, or do you should share?
Yeah, let me.
It's going to be less painful if you share, guaranteed. Hey, Cole, welcome.
Hey, how you guys been? Good to see y'all.
Good, good to see you.
I just want to make sure my laptop. Just gonna have to give it some time.
So Cole, Abe, you put that in the document for the agenda for Cole. Did you see that, Cole?
Yep.
In case you're wondering where we're going.
No. No, oh shit. No, my laptop crashed.
Okay.
Oh,
Does it like sharing?
Oh, it's okay, Andre. Maybe I can share it. It's no problem, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Just please give me.
It happens to me lately.
Did you stop share, Andre?
Yes.
I can't see anything because my laptop crashed. Oh,
Okay.
my screen is.
So let's see.
Just wait a
Yes.
little bit. I think it's gonna come back.
Share screen, because I can, this was, so I believe, Miro, that you can start screen sharing over top of Miro's, right? Or Andre's?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Do you
good.
see the screen? Yes.
Yep.
I think.
I can see it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oops.
Oh yeah. Well,
Okay, so we have opened these two sections for two proposals, yes. And when we receive your wallet address, we put the date when IOG make payment. Here is the link to Gitbook. No, so if you want to check it later, and this is the balance ADA in and balance that what you have in the wallet now. And we also make this for Community Hub, same thing. So this is ADA in, current balance. If you want to check to GitHub, you just click here, and this is the information. Transaction, exactly. Also, we open on, maybe I can show you quick on GitHub how is looked at, how is looking at. So yeah, here Cardano4Climate. So this is it. This is first transaction in JSON file. I mean, this is the same thing, you know, when you click raw document, this is it, you know.
Nice.
So yes, everything is recorded. So now I think it's, yeah, we must decide how will we do that. Yeah.
Now it's time to start to actually dipping into that, right? That's why I put the accounting.
We saw someone send ADAHandles to the one wallet.
Yes, yes.
Can we pay that person?
Or
Maybe
it
that
was,
can be
it
like
was
a
donation.
test.
That would have been Nori, I think.
No, I think
If it is donation, it's okay. But if this guy who buy this ADAHandle, if he buy it with his own money, and if we need to pay him, so no, it's no problem.
Right. So the two
donates it, it's okay.
So the two payments right now, Simon, you still haven't put in your Zoom account?
Right, I couldn't find the form anymore. Would it be so kind to share it again?
There's the form to put in an expense.
Yes,
Right.
you shared a form with me for.
Yes. Can you look on the agenda? There's a link to the spreadsheet. On that spreadsheet, there is. Let me just see what page.
Here, I'll find it here too, because
There's
you've
a-
got the spreadsheet
There's
and you have all the information on that. Oops.
yes, everything is on that spreadsheet. So the last sheet is a Treasury links. Should be there. Yeah, the top link is Google form.
Community hubs, members and wallets. And there's one more
The very
form.
last.
Treasury links. Treasury links, is that the one?
Yes, yes, in there.
Perfect. So
All the
everything is
links.
beautifully organized for us. All we have to do is do the paperwork and get this done. So Simon, yours is going to be one of the first transactions that we get finished here.
First one for Simon.
Yes, and Miro. You've got your hand up, Miro.
Guys, maybe we can discuss how we'll do these payments. I mean, we have 2 or 3 options. We can share with you guys how we are doing now. First, maybe, yeah, I think that idea was that you will send us amount on, depends how much is necessary to pay someone, you know. This is the first option. Second option is if somebody would like, he can also pay people, and we will track through all wallet addresses, transaction, and we will record and put it in GitHub and Gitbook. And third option is, yeah, I don't know if you believe in us guys, but with other circles, with CC admin team, Swarm, and everybody, we are working just like they're sending all funds to our wallet, and then you're free of stress. You just said, okay, I need payment, and we pay people. You know, so this is three options. Any option is good with you. We can do it, so it's no problem.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering about transaction fees.
Yes. If you will pay, for example, I don't know, Yoram, we must pay Yoram 2,000 ADA or 200 ADA. You will send to us 200 ADA plus transaction fees. Then we will pay to Yoram also transaction fees. You know, so double costs.
It does make sense to send the full amount to the wallet. In my opinion, we've got 2 accountants who are part of Cardano4Climate. Is there any objection to that? We can also, we'll put that in the core team Telegram chat, just that this is what we've decided to do to save transaction fees, and just send the whole amount to it. Simon, your job, your task is to fill out that first Zoom form. And then, I don't know, Yorm, what do you feel about that?
Sorry, what in terms of what?
Sending the whole amount, because, you know, I know that.
To Simon?
No, full amount of the funds that we got from IOG to the Treasury wallet. And from there, the accounting happens. I know that Nori had suggested using some of the funds for something else. And, you know, we lose control over the funds, but also, yes, wahaha, we also increase accountability.
You can send also half of the amount, something like that, you know, just for first steps that you're sure that we will do the job and that, you know, everything is, people are, you know.
But we don't want to be doing it individual transactions, that's for sure. So we have that option then to send half and still have half in our control, wahaha, because it's so much.
Yeah, it's a big amount of money. So Andre and I, we are waiting, you know, in a low start, we are waiting that you send us your ADA, and then we will buy Harley Davidson, you know, look this.
Yes.
Here, look.
And then you will run.
We will run to sunset, man.
Yeah, that's why you're going off grid. I get it now. I get it.
Yes.
Okay, good. So half,
Yeah,
that sounds,
it makes sense to do it with this amount. Makes sense, half as Miro suggested, to do 50%, then see how they work, and then.
Yes,
do the
exactly. If we will
50%.
need, for example, if we pay people and we will not get money anymore in wallet, then we will tell you, okay, we pay people. Look, this transaction in wallet is not ADA anymore, so send it again. Or like I said, maybe you in your circle you can maybe somebody would like to do transactions. This is also okay, and then we can just follow the wallet, follow the ADA, and we will record in GitHub and Gitbook. It's also okay.
right. So if somebody in our group wants to follow you guys, what you're doing and learn how to do this accounting, that's a possibility as well, if we have some to do too. So that's great. Okay,
Yes, this
good.
is also option. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because in this in payments, this is not so much, I will say, job. Open wallet, copy paste wallet address of Yoram. Okay, send 200 ADA. That's it. And then we will look where is that ADA. Oh, Yoram get it, and we will do transactions in GitHub. And
Perfect.
and this is it.
There is one thing we do actually. We add metadata to the transactions when we do
Yes.
transactions. So that's something, but we can, if someone else does it, we can give them a tool that also makes it easy. They're just going to fill in a form, copy a piece of text, paste it in there. I believe you guys have a Typhon wallet. It's very easy to add metadata in Typhon.
Perfect.
When you just paste.
Perfect. So what we'll do is we'll say half, we're sending half, I'll upload this video, have the explanation with it, and then we'll go ahead and do that within this week. Okay, that can go in red, Abe. Let's have this happen. And Simon, you have the work to do to fill in that form, and then we can get this started, because for some reason we've held this off for a little bit too long, I think. Well, maybe just the right amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, we just got funded. I think it's all right.
Yeah, we're learning. We don't know what to do. And this is new, having a community fund as well. Okay, so, and then we'll find out who purchased the ADAHandles and work on that as well. So that's another one to add. When I put this message out in Telegram, if I've forgotten something, from the message, just please add, and I can edit it and add it. Okay, so we are at 2 minutes into our Gimbal Token Pbl. Will you, now this is Andre, and who would like to update the group on the Gimbal tokens? Simon, did you have an idea on that?
Yeah, so I have created, just 1 minute, I gotta find it under my 1,000 tabs.
So that's one thing. I'll just kind of jump in here. This is our Miro board that we've started with our Gimbal token. This one is the where it comes from is the Gimbal Token Pbl course, and as you can see, there's many different groups that are experimenting with this Gimbal allocation, and it's very active. So we started another Miro board with all sorts of different pretty little forms on here that we can fill out. Andre, I believe you started a task list somewhere.
Yes.
One of these is a task list. And now when I share this link, there's a really, really long link. And if I share it from my browser, you guys can't access that. Is that correct? I'll just try that. This is a curiosity. Hang on a second.
So, Mario, do you want to say something before I go ahead, and or Melanie as well?
So just 2 seconds. Yeah, the Miro board. If I share this link, do you guys have access to it, or do I have to send the long link?
I think that should work.
Okay. So anyways, this is the Miro board, and what I've done starting right off the bat is I started a little directory so that we can keep track of everything that we have, all these different platforms that we work with. We've got Discord, Telegram, and if you don't know how you can add a link to the, you just select the text and add the link, whatever it might be. I've put in this let us meet so that we should meet in person at some point or another. I know Nori had started, what is it, async with videos. I don't think I can do that. I get kind of nervous as it is, you know, writing or doing what I do. But, you know, it's definitely something worth trying if we can't meet in person. But for now, we do need a meeting. We have the tasks.
I think it's complementary, Melanie. It's complementary, basically, tool if someone cannot come or to communicate outside of meetings, this is one way. I don't think it can replace completely, in my view.
It's one way. So today in our Gimbal Token Pbl, we're going to be asked about clarifying the minimum group commitment, define a system for allocating. And so our mission statement, James has talked about right now, is important. The goals that we have set can be vague, but this is important, is to figure out what we're doing. So it would be important to meet at some point, probably next.
But should we discuss it now, the mission statement, or no, or in the meeting?
In our agenda, I don't think we actually have enough time to do that, because it kind of takes off.
Okay, so let's have a meeting about that.
Of the people here, who is in the Gimbal Token Pbl or our experiment? Simon, Yoram, myself, Abe, you're in that one as well?
I don't think I am. It's kind of the first I've heard about it.
It's the first you've heard of it?
I think so. I mean, I recall you mentioning it a bit yesterday.
Okay, so we've been, Yoram, myself, and Simon, Nori have been in a, how many weeks, months? 3 months? We're in a,
2, I think.
we've been in this course. Gimbal Labs is working on an experiment with their tokens, allocating a certain amount to generate some sort of circle economy where Gimbal tokens get given in trade for other things, basically. And the whole goal in this allocation is, how do we incentivize open source development? They may or may not have a fiat value to them. We can create our own value by putting it on there. James said, you know, you want to spend an hour with him, he's going to charge you 10,000 Gimbal tokens. You know, so we can put different values on it. So it is a bit of an experiment. Kareem is involved. I will share the Telegram chat that we have started for it, and you are welcome to join in. It is an experiment, and we're just trying to go ahead.
I think Cardano, I mean, we take Cardano4Climate as a community, as a kind of use case, right? For that, one of the use cases. So I think, yeah, definitely the core team and the community will be involved in that somehow. That makes sense. So we need,
So in the Telegram chat, there's all the links to the documents, the Miro board that I shared. I believe Simon and Kareem have started working on task lists. Andre, you said something about task lists.
Yes, I added that table in the Miro board.
Okay, so you're part,
like a draft.
yeah. So it's just a matter of figuring out how do we'll be given a lump sum of Gimbal tokens, and we just need to figure out how to portion them out based on what we do, participation, whatever. We cannot do Gimbal token transactions. So we'll have to record them somewhere and then make single transactions, lump
That's the
sum
whole
transaction.
point of the exercise.
Pardon me?
Isn't that the whole point of the exercise? So we can circulate Gimbal token?
Correct. But if I send you one Gimbal token, it costs me ADA in transactions. So when we send them to a wallet, we need to do them in batches. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's going to be too expensive for us.
that's
in
part
this.
of the thing to define. We can define that every month we send, or every X amount of gimbal that someone got we send, or because otherwise it will just cost us a lot of money.
So for now, we have to use a different interface other than the blockchain. We'll have to have something transparent. Cole, go ahead.
Sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
I believe there's I don't know exactly how it works, but there's a way to send like tons of tokens to multiple addresses at once, like how Catalyst does it with their funding. So that might be helpful, like to minimize transaction fees and stuff. That's just a thought though.
Yeah, well, thanks. You know, we need to know these things, right? And that's why we have so many heads figuring this out. So, so again, Miro board has the let us meet in there. Just trying to settle in after proposal last week. So next week we'll have some sort of face-to-face meeting, or it might even be as early as Friday this week. We'll see.
Yeah. I suggest if we make a dedicated meeting for that, maybe on Friday, as you said, and let's just really start to nail that and plan around that. So what's our mission, what's the goals, and let's start defining some key ideas of what we give to who.
So let's, I'll just put that in the chat. Meeting Friday, use let us meet.
Same time, maybe?
To determine availability. We could do the same time, or we could pick a different time depending on, but maybe that's the idea. Yor, maybe just go ahead and put that in the Telegram chat and just say we're going to be meeting at whatever UTC this is on Friday.
Great.
Perfect, thank you.
How about Friday?
So
3 PM UTC.
if that doesn't work, then we need to go to the let us meet and figure out availability. Okay, awesome. I think we're almost on time here. Okay.
It's going to be a lot of fun, huh, with the gimbal.
Oops, look at that. You guys, you see my, that's my dad, that's my family.
Wow.
Let's go with this. Yeah, that's me on my dad's lap with my little tiny hand holding my dad's. And that's a happy family. Looks like a happy family, but it's a whole story behind that one. Okay, look at that. We're on time.
I've been adjusting the times a little bit, just so you know.
Well, see, you make this work so well for me, Abe. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, so Twitter Space, it's all yours.
Yeah, Yoram, if you can take some notes here.
To
go ahead.
show you guys the GitHub space that I set up, and
sorry,
yeah, I also set up a task list, but it's not fit. It's just a a template yet.
So you've created a task list in GitHub, correct?
No, I created it in Google Docs, but I also created a project board on GitHub.
Okay, so is it possible to add that to this directory on right here? just add a new line and add those links here. And then we can, we'll talk about that on Friday, because that'll be more related to this Gimbal token allocation. Perfect. All right. Sorry. Yep, we're still on time. Thanks to Abe.
No problem.
Twitter space.
So the Twitter space. It sounds like Simon, Asaf, and Melanie and I are going to meet in about, what is that, 90 minutes to do a little practice on the hosting. If anybody else is interested in trying to pitch in and share the load, I know Melanie will appreciate that. It's really just a role of perhaps having a few questions prepared for the speakers, trying to fill in any dead air that we might have, and keep the conversation going forward. It's not a very formal setting where we have to be going through presentations or anything. It's very conversational if you haven't been on Twitter Spaces before. So it's very fluid and organic. And you know, I find that once people start talking on them, other people start talking about them, talking more and more, and it's a virtuous cycle. So we're going to meet a little bit later today to look at the behind the scenes mechanics of how to bring up speakers and have people come up to the mic and things. From looking at our notes yesterday for the event planning meeting, it looks like perhaps Sean and or Pike, we're going to talk about citizen science a little bit. So, you know, I thought we might want to have a little discussion around who our speakers would be. And I guess we might need to confirm that they're even available for it.
And Abe, would you do me a favor and share the link to the Twitter space Telegram, or we move the conversation to the core team?
Yeah, that's what I thought. We'd move back to the core team. That felt like just a scheduling offshoot, so I can delete that Telegram.
Perfect. Yeah, and that'd be great. And then put all that information when we're meeting, where we're meeting. Are you going to pick the Zoom room, or should we start it with the C4C account?
Yeah, if you can pick it, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll do that, and that's on the agenda. And we
But
start.
wait, it's a Zoom or it's a?
Oh, sorry, it's 1700. We were going to meet on just the co-host.
Okay.
And anybody else who wants to hop in and see the behind the scenes working of one of these Twitter spaces.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
we're doing a simulation.
Right, so that's in an hour and a half, a little under an hour and a half from now, we are going to meet in face-to-face, walk through what this is, and I will set up a meeting for it right now and share that Zoom link.
Thank you.
You carry on. Is there anything else you want to say about the Twitter space? Well,
it looked like there was some coalescence around the people we would like to have as speakers on it. I saw in the document from yesterday, Sean and Pike for citizen science, also Apocalypsia, and Shlomo was mentioned in there. And then we also had our Cardano women partner, Alexa, who was still available to come on and speak. Does that sound like a good lineup? Do we have to confirm with anybody that they'll be available, or do we already know that they will be?
So this is one challenge with the events, is having commitments.
Mm-hmm.
And what tends to happen is they show up last minute, and
Sure.
in the meantime, you've got 10 other people that have committed, and suddenly you have 3 hours worth of material. So
Exactly.
we're right up, back to back, 2 days away from the Twitter space. Bit of a challenge. great that we're doing this the first time around, and we'll figure that out. Try and get commitments. It's a casual space. I love that about this. And we just, go with the flow on this one.
Yeah, and if it lasts for 30 minutes, it lasts for 30 minutes. And if people want to talk for 90, great too.
Right. And so we're going to do, let's see, save. I'll just set up this Zoom meeting in 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Great. One thing that we will want for the Twitter space is part of the NFT launch. What we can do is put out a tweet the day of the event, and then we can end up pinning the tweet to the top of the space.
Yes.
And that will provide people a link and direction. So the question being, what do we want to include in the pinned tweet? I would assume the website to Apocalypsia and Shlomo's work, right? Am I following the thread correctly?
You guys take care of that. I'm going to just add something in the Telegram chat. Yoram, can you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I think that Damian is not going to be in 80 minutes, right? But Asaf is going to be there in 80 minutes, right? In the call that you are going to have. Ebe, Asaf is going to join us, right?
Who is?
Asaf is going to be in 80 minutes in the call.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so I think we need to figure out with him which link he wants to share, because after the call yesterday, Damian and him, they spoke of the website that is going to be used. Who is doing the website that is going to be used for the launch? And, and if they are using the service that Damian suggested, they will do kind of the landing page.
Yep, makes sense. All right, Asaf should be on the call here.
Asaf should be, yeah.
Yep, we'll circle up with him then, make sure that's hammered out. And then any other speakers who end up being on, if they want to direct us to a tweet, we can always pin multiple, and then you just basically scroll through them.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing I wanted to maybe pull the group on is what kind of questions or topics would you think would be good for probing some of these different projects or keeping the conversation going?
So prepare a list of questions, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Not that we have to go through all of them, and it's not a script, but it's always helpful, especially for the people hosting it in real time, to have something to rely on.
Just like a Kickstarter, right? And the conversation dries out. And
Yeah, so let's talk about this even at the Zoom call. Get some questions going on that one. I put it in the Telegram chat. Hopefully that makes sense. In the core team chat to invite to this, and then we can pin down some of these and maybe kind of a flow of how this works.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's it. We're working on it, and
I have a question about it. What
Yeah.
about the marketing of that, right? So where we're going to market that?
So the tweet for it went out on Friday, and I know Melanie shared it some places. I think yesterday Simon said he was going to share it in some of his spaces, if I'm remembering correctly.
I would share it also, yeah.
Yeah, and then day of, as you get in on Twitter, you'll be able to follow that link to the space and open it up, and you'll be able to start listening in. But then there's also a plus sign that's in the lower right-hand corner to share the space that you're currently in. So anybody who hops on, it's always good to reshare that link in real time, while you're on the Twitter space so that others can see, oh, this is going on right now. And if they have free time, they'll hopefully jump in.
So Eb, can you put another link for the community about that and just tell them share it, please?
Yeah, the day of.
Sorry?
Even now, is it too much to do it now? Like,
No.
No, yeah. So what I do in Twitter is you periodically retweet your own tweet, and it brings it back up for everybody.
that's a tweet.
But yeah, retweeting your own tweet. It sounds redundant, but it gets it back front of mind for people.
Right. So I'm just thinking if at our Zoom meeting, we'll figure out a new tweet, send it in Telegram, Discord, share those off. And when you talk about sharing this in the moment, we also need to remember to share it in Telegram and Discord, not just in the Twitter space. So
Yep.
awesome. Okay. So let's tidy up anything else in an hour and 15 minutes. So, okay.
Great.
So as far as agenda is concerned, this would be kind of great actually if we could get done. Oh, here we go. Get done before the top of the hour, because Yoram and Simon, myself, are going to be jumping into our token Pbl, and I have a little bit of homework to do. So the next thing is really in red. I think this is the to-do list, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe too much in red I put, but yeah.
Well, we will get it done.
And you know
the
what?
only other thing,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, the only other thing we had on the agenda was updating events and sponsorship from Yorm.
Right.
Yeah,
Thank
quick
you,
one.
Abe.
Yeah, so we wished, yeah, please.
No, I was just going to say with this red, when it's done, turn it green.
Yeah.
Right? Then we know it's finished. Okay.
Yeah,
Yoram,
so
go ahead.
for the April event, so again, we are getting in, as discussed yesterday, we wrote emails today to Plastic Oceans again, through the contact that we got, and also to kind of to calls actually for now to the second one, to the plastic, the ocean cleanup project. Trying to get also to the people there. And actually they are a little bit even more interesting. Also coordinated with the Cardano Foundation about that. They probably will be very happy to take part of that. We spoke with Alex this morning. So once something is happening, basically David from the foundation, which is leading the media and marketing, can join the call. So yeah, we hopefully will confirm it before the last minute, like Melanie just said. So we have 3 weeks to the event, and if we can confirm it next week, I mean, I think it's good that we gave some more time. And yeah, so this is 2 ones that can actually, the relationship with them can go much more than the event. And we are trying to, yeah, coordinate that kind of somehow. But yeah, just a quick update about that. And any other ideas leads to these 2 organizations. Cole, maybe you will have actually through your network. I'm sharing them both here. Both of them really cool potential partners for us. PlasticOceans.org and the one that I shared, the Ocean Cleanup. Look on your network. If anyone come with someone he knows there. And what we discussed actually, just a small note on that. So in Little Fish in the End yesterday, we discussed about plastic oceans, and we said that we can actually do the same as Treasury in the sense that we can have live video with location of the ship collecting the plastic. Okay, and that can be kind of proof on the blockchain of the collection, that then based on that, people kind of able to donate to ongoing continuous basically work. So the donation can actually be related to allocation. Okay, a little bit like Tree verification. And I think that's quite cool one. Because then we can do kind of a parallel like we did for Tree. For trees, now we'll have for oceans model.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
Is
And-
that
that's
what,
quite cool.
what they meant yesterday with the streaming and donating through streams? Or was that just more like a general statement? Because you said that Tree is filming, or we could film that.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Was that the same as because yesterday someone said that streaming and donations are going to be a pretty big thing, which I mean kind of makes sense. But what was that? What you were talking about, like with the video on the ship, and then you can you know, put the money to a certain location.
Yeah, live streaming. Yeah, this is what we discussed. We suggested that. Is the colleague of Jem from Turkey, which is a brilliant guy. He suggested that, and then yeah, then we kind of put the dots together. I think it's a great idea. It's a model we need to develop, but I think it can be interesting. So yeah. So Eb and myself are basically trying to promote that with the text and get into the right people, and anyone that can help on that is welcome. Important to get to the right people there.
Right. So in finishing, we've got our tasks ahead here in red, and I love this because now we can go the tweet we need to do on today. Work on that. We'll send that out in the core team. We'll send that out day of. We'll send it out also during the tweet. We're going to figure out the NFT launch, what to include in it. Define the mission statement and goals on Friday when we get together about this time for the Gimbal token. Accounting, Simon's going to do his fill out the Zoom expense. We'll send information in the core team about with this recording. We're sending half to the accounting team, and this is the links. Okay, anything else that we're missing here for the to-do list? See, now the red is good. So we meet in an hour and 7 minutes for the Twitter space practice.
Sounds great.
Okay, and so in closing.
Actually, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the GitHub projects.
Okay, so I think we might have to just, can you do it in 2 minutes? Because this is something that should get
5 minutes.
Okay, it should get
I think
added
it's
to
not-
the, hang on a second. It should get added to the agenda in advance. So
Oh, but I
don't
told
know.
you about it. I told like everyone about it.
Okay, so hang on a second. So when I send out the agenda before we meet, I ask for people to add agenda items to it. And Yor mentioned it yesterday that maybe people feel kind of nervous about adding things. That's the whole point. Because otherwise I come in, you know, the day before and I see nobody's added any agenda points. And then I have to go and generate them from my memory, and I hope that they're completed. And then that's okay. You know, it may be incomplete, but then when we come to this consent, the agenda, we can still add anything that might have been missed last minute. So I'm just sorry, Simon, I know I'm going into your time, but so that we go in the flow and we finish on time.
I understand.
This is important.
I know what you're saying because I'm doing the exact same thing for 5 other.
Okay,
projects.
so
And I don't know where the documents are, the new documents. Where do they get created? Are they in the Cardano4Climate in a meeting folder?
Yeah.
Or?
So just check the Telegram, the core Telegram chat. That's the place that is the most, I know it's not really great for you, but that's the one that works for me. in the moment, and I get those done. All those messages are there. I try and pin them to the top so you don't have to go through absolutely everything. But yeah, so let's just clear that up. And if there's something really important about it, then just add it in the Telegram chat for now.
Yeah, maybe maybe because we talked about having our own meeting for the tasks.
We can also talk about that on Friday. Yeah, and sort that out. Is that okay? Okay,
just
and then
find time for that, and then yeah. We don't
I
have to
am
talk.
not used to this timeline, and it makes me a little bit nervous to rush people and cut people off.
I
But I'm
know.
also recognizing how important it is to follow it. And so we're at the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes now. Let's just see how this went. Raise your hand or just go ahead and speak. You can see that in the.
Look, first of all, it went great. I mean, we're getting organized. If you look on the progress, don't be stressed. Things are improving. Organization is coming. Order is coming. Summary is coming, and we'll fine-tune it as we go. So that's first of all and wonderful. Nothing to be stressed about. We need to be more organized as we are growing, and more action. So well done on that, and bravo for leading that, and taking the reminding everyone. One suggestion that I have, Simon, regarding that, maybe we can update the LinkTree, and then what somehow every time what Melanie will need to send, or any one of us need to send before a meeting, is the LinkTree, and all the documents will be linked there. But anyway, we need to work on that maybe separately. So there's one link that everyone knows. This is the link if you want anything, if you want something, right? And then everyone knows where it is. But yeah, but thank you very much for leading that. It's great to everyone on board here, and it's improving from meeting to meeting. And the red one, I like the red color also.
I have to say that as well. Miro, go ahead.
Too much good ideas, but very small time frame for telling everything. And yeah, so.
Yeah, good point.
It's very difficult. Yeah. I want to reiterate the red. I absolutely love it. And I want to say thank you, Abe, for taking notes. And Yoram, I want to say thank you for all your notes that you don't like so much, but you know, they're lifesavers for me to remember what's going on. And it doesn't matter about spelling or mistakes. We have this beautiful brain that can figure that stuff out. So if we can get past that, it'd be great. Simon, thank you for all you've done in the GitHub. And, you know, as we evolve, we're, you know, trying to figure this out. So good to see you, Cole. You know, I know you've been super busy, but, and Miro and Andre, this is a really cool group of people. And really want to say thank you for all your contributions to this. And that wasn't, yeah, that wasn't meant to finish the meeting. Somebody else has to finish it now and close it out.
Yeah, I just wanna.
Cole, you are on mute. What do you? Ah, no, so sorry, Simon. Sorry.
No worries. I just wanted to totally agree with Melanie. Great team. I think, you know, I'm missing a few people like Jacob, for example. Yeah, I would like to see them as well again. But yeah, great people here. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry I was on mute, but I was just gonna say it was great to be here again. And once my schedule is a little more freed up, I'll be here a lot more often. So yeah, it's great being with you guys and great conversations.
See you guys.
Good.
Yeah, and Andre, you had come off mute there for a second. Did you want to say something else?
No, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for having us here. It's also great being here.
Well, we can do the invite, but you show up. So there's, you know, it's a 50-50. It's a win-win when you come. So it's really good. Abe, thank you so much for this. We're at 9 o'clock. We're going to stop the recording. And wow, we did it. Let's stop recording.